Greetings folks, in today's video I want to talk about webcams. This is a very entertaining topic for me. I love reading the comment section anytime there is a focus on webcams, especially those inside of laptops. Linked in the description below will be a video done by Linus himself with Linus Tech Tips featuring an Asus laptop. This was done within the last 12 months and it has over 1 million views, and this particular laptop did not have a webcam. And over half the comments in that comment section are talking about people's preference on having a webcam or not, and it's some really fun and entertaining information down in their comment section. And today I want to just kind of tweak the conversation just a little bit, and I'm also going to offer a community poll within the community tab on this very channel so we can kind of see where you guys lie on the community here at Bob of All Trades. So there's 3 topics that we will be covering today, just having a casual conversation when it comes to webcams. The first one is the low quality webcams. Now, TechQuickie did do a video about this roughly a month ago, and I will too link that in the description below. But essentially, the lack of quality within webcams is mainly due to 2 main reasons. The first one being the post-processing. When we have these small cameras inside of our smartphones, there's a lot of software post-processing that goes into this, which makes the image look very good. But these webcams are mainly used for video, and the reason why the webcams have a lower video quality, not just resolution, there's more to it than that, it's the fact that they are still connected to these machines via USB. Whereas on our cameras, smartphones, the higher end stuff is typically connected directly to the memory. So the overall quality due to those 2 things, post-processing and how the camera itself is connected to the device, makes a huge difference when it comes to picture and video quality. While we can get higher resolution up to 1080p inside of some of these webcams, oftentimes the difference between that and 720p may not be as jaw-dropping as you would see on perhaps a selfie cam on your phone versus the best case scenario within a laptop. All right, the next one is the location. Now, ideally, I think I could speak for at least 99% of us here, the upper part of the bezel would be ideal and nice in the center like we have on this Mag 15. Now this one features an IR camera, and when you have an IR camera and a webcam up top, you will notice that the bezels up top are going to be just a little bit thicker versus what Gigabyte uses on their Aero, which I believe they advertise maybe 3mm bezels. Now, a lot of folks out there are actually going to be legitimately okay with bringing this down here because they rarely use the webcam at all and they prefer the slimmer and sleeker aesthetic. But for the sake of furthering this conversation, let's go into the webcam placement just a little bit more. Oftentimes you will see the webcam on the bottom of the display bezel where it is flat, which means when you are typing, that webcam is going to be pointed right at your knuckles and into your chest. If you want to have a Skype or video chat conversation with somebody, the polite thing to do would be to tilt this back so they can get more of a shot of your face. But that can compromise your ergonomics and may be unpleasant to use just depending on your overall situation. So what Gigabyte has done is they put this on the lowest part of this bezel on the classic version of their Aero 15, and they put it on an angle. So this way it's more of a nose cam, but then it does not affect your ergonomics. Both solutions are not entirely ideal. Now with the newer Aero chassis that we have right here, what Gigabyte has done was put it on the keyboard deck, so now you can no longer manipulate the angle of that webcam by moving the display back and forth, but they fine-tuned it to work pretty well, and as a result they were also able to put a nice shutter here without compromising the overall bezel design. Now, do I think either one of these is ideal? Definitely not. I would rather have the newer design just because I think having a shutter there is pretty cool. And when I talk about shutters and just overall privacy, I know a lot of people, okay? I've been alive for quite a long time, and I have a few friends out there. As a matter of fact, let's talk about one. He was an ex-FBI agent, okay? And he's since retired and now works for fire departments. And I cannot right now, due to the pandemic, communicate with him unless I want to call. And there's some things that he and I need to do in person, as I do teach him how to do various things since he is one of my clients for my main occupation. And I'm unable to relay some of this great information over to him, and as a result, I have to send him an email with a lengthy description of each individual thing that I am specifically talking about. Why does this matter? Because there is a few or a niche group of people out there in the grand scheme of things that value their privacy so much that they will either disable their webcam if they can, put some electrical tape over it, use this shutter, and for those out there that are those individuals, they at least have laptops like that. But what would even be better for that individual would perhaps be a laptop without a webcam at all. And we are starting to see more and more of these. And within the comment section below on many videos, I am seeing some disappointment being expressed towards the disappearing of these webcams. And that too is very interesting, which now I want to talk about the third aspect of this video. Do you really need a webcam? Now, me personally, absolutely. Especially right now with the current pandemic, I am only doing voice chats with all of my clients. So that has been a blessing for me. Now I am able to do this on my phone, but there has been about 30 to 40% of my instances where I am doing this on a laptop via Skype, and this has worked out very well as I do need the keyboard to take notes during some of these chats. So I do find that right now this question may get a little bit skewed with its answers because more people are probably using their webcam than they ever have before, but take a step back about 6 months ago, where were you at on this? Did you want a webcam because a lot of laptops have them, but maybe you don't use it? Maybe you use it all the time. Maybe you would use it if it had better quality. There's going to be so many strong opinions in the comment section below, and I would like to participate with what I know for myself personally, and that is I need a webcam. Quality isn't that big of a deal for me, and I can adjust to the location in which it may be placed, but ultimately this for me is very ideal, and for my personal daily driver, I would most certainly require a webcam. But what about tripods, right? These cute little tripods here, heck, even on the higher end Asus laptops that are doing away with webcams are offering a little webcam in the box. And these Logitech C920s are very nice. Some of them will have the screw hole in the bottom so you can mount these to various types of tripods, and this is just better hardware inside to give us just better image quality, which is really nice. Now for me in my office where I edit my videos, I have a very shallow desk and I don't want a lot of clutter. While I do have a couple of webcams here and a few different tripods I can choose from, I still don't use them because I am very much lacking the depth of space on my desk. That's a bit unfortunate, but perhaps you are one of those individuals that can get by or prefer an external webcam and maybe some sort of a tripod. And if that's the case, then great. Now, unfortunately, putting this on top of your laptop, it can get a little sketchy. Let me see if I can dial this in decent enough. It's okay. It makes the display really heavy and a little wobbly, so if you're on a desk with legs that's perhaps not bolted to a wall and you bump it, it's going to be shaking quite a bit, but perhaps this can be a solution for you, and if it works, that is great. But I guess ultimately herein lies the most fun part about this whole entire conversation that's definitely going to take place in the comment section below, is look at all this wide variety of solutions, and I'm only showing you 3 different laptops with 2 tripods and 2 webcams, one featuring the ability to mount to a tripod and one that does not. And what you will see in the comment section below is just a plethora of strong opinions, many stating that who cares about a webcam, others that request to most definitely have one. Placed up here is ideal. Maybe they couldn't care less if it's down below. I would use it if it had better quality, and sky is the limit. So that is just a quick overview. Hopefully we can spark a fun conversation in the comment section below. I will have 2 videos linked down there within the description itself, and Let's have fun. Let's talk about this. And don't forget about that community poll. You will have to search for that manually, as I will be unable to link that in the description at this time. Just YouTube doesn't quite work that way. So that's going to do it. I'm Bob of All Trades, and I'll see you in the next video.